Hello. Today we are broadcasting from Red Rocks Amphitheater. I chose this photo purposefully because this week we are doing the science behind the music, my personal favorite lab activity. And if you ever have an opportunity to go to Red Rocks to see a show, do it and go early so that you can walk some of the trails that are over here and check out the rocks. I personally have never seen a musician at Red Rocks. I've only ever gone there to see the rocks. Someday I will get there to see a concert. Okay, so let's jump into the science behind the music lab folder. So I am sharing my screen and here is the science behind the music. Now, this is easy. Okay, all you do is you pick a song that has lyrics that are anywhere remotely sciencey sounding, and you write a 1,000-word essay with citations about the science behind those lyrics. So for example, there is a song by 311 that I personally love called Eons. And one of the lyrics says, "It feels like you're standing still for eons and eons and eons." An eon is a geologic time period. It's a certain length of time. It has to be a certain magnitude of time to be considered an eon. There are a number of different named eons in the geologic time scale, and so on and so on. So if I were going to write my paper, I would write the song title and the lyric, and I would explain what an eon is, what the magnitude of time it must be, how it's a portion, the longest portion of the geologic time scale, and then I could talk about the rock record and what rocks belong to the different eons. There's 2 eons in the geologic record. There is the Precambrian and the Phanerozoic, and I would talk about what the difference between those 2 eons are and what marks the change from one into the next and the amount of time allocated to each eon. You get the idea, right? That's what you're doing, okay? What's the song? Thank You, I think, by Led Zeppelin. I think that's the example that I use in your in the directions where it says mountains will crumble to the sea and there will still be you and me. Well, mountains crumbling is erosion. Mountains crumble. The Adirondack Mountains in central New York are the oldest mountains on the planet. They are from the Grenville orogeny, which is the mountain building event that grew them. That dates back to 3.2 billion years ago. And they made Mount Everest look like a little hill when they were in their prime. They were the largest mountains ever to be on the planet, larger than any mountain we have on our planet now. And so these are all, factoids that when you start to research erosion, and if you wanted to talk about erosion of the Adirondack Mountains, you would learn how old they are. And then it's just kind of like a snowball effect of the things that you can talk about that relate to the science behind the music. And that's it. Okay. It's straightforward. It's that simple. 1,000-word minimum. Okay. I will do a word count on your paper. You should have some references. You should have at least, the album that the song comes from, and some scholarly articles, okay, from where you got your information that gave you, the science part of your essay. And listen, it doesn't have to be a song that's entirely about something sciencey. It literally can be one verse in a song that relates to something scientific. I've had students give me like, what was it? It was like some cartoon, like rock rhapsody thing where it went through this like, kindergarten version of the 3 different types of rocks, which is fine. I mean, you can use that, but the whole concept is to understand that science is a part of everyday life, and everybody loves music. And some of the music that you listen to is actually touching on, sciencey things. I don't know what Billie Eilish, right? She's kind of modern. Her song Ocean Eyes. Okay. You could talk about the ocean, any information about the ocean you could talk about. Okay. I'm not really up with new music. I like classic rock a lot and some, older stuff because I'm a couple decades older than some of you. So, use your own music, find something cool and put it in an essay. All right. That is what we have for you today. We'll see you later.